Welcome to Hafiz Mustafa. Welcome to Istanbul. Buyurun.
So we are now in Orient Express restaurant. The name comes from the famous train route Orient Express, which starts from Paris and ends in Istanbul.
Oh, from Bangladesh. Hah?
Dari mana Bangladesh?
Kamu dari Bangladesh?
Ya. Dari mana? Indonesia.
Dari Indonesia. Jakarta ya.
Aku cinta kamu kasih mana?
Katanya dia cinta sama gue. Hosgeldiniz everyone to our YouTube channel. Like and let's familia. Assalamualaikum good people around the world. So we are in
Eminönü. This is the waterfront of Bosphorus in the European side, and also is in the old town of Istanbul. Now we are going to Galata Bridge. We are going to eat fish.
Jadi kita pesen shrimp. Kalau aku pesennya shrimp ya. Kalau suami aku pesennya itu ikan. Jadi ini itu udang, ada mushroomnya, dimasak pakai mentega. Ngapain?
What is the name of this fish? Forgot. We call it uskumru.
Ini sama sih kayak yang aku pesen di Hosgeldiniz, right? Cuman bedanya ini ada mushroomnya. Dan rasanya lebih mahal, dan harganya lebih mahal. Just fine. Can I taste yours? Next. I want. Tagihan. Malakin lagi. And big portion. Right? Your fish. Kayak udah lama gue gak makan ikan. Karena nggak tahu kenapa ya, seafood di Turki itu tuh mahal banget. Padahal dilihat dari lokasi, restorannya itu depan laut banget ya. Biasanya kalau misalnya daerah restoran dekat pesisir pantai atau laut, harganya tuh bisa lebih murah. Kayak kita compare lah, kalau misalnya kayak di Tanjung Priok nih, kan banyak tuh seafood restoran. Sama di Jakarta, bagian mana kayak misal Pusat, Barat atau macam-macam, pasti harga mereka tuh lebih mahal dibandingin harga kita. Tergantung sama lokasi, karena kita lokasinya tuh lebih dekat dan banyak option. Kalau di sini, mahal banget, saya sedih.
We got tea for free. Nice. And halwa. I was actually expecting a real dessert, but we got only this one. It's okay.
Not bad. Free.
Halwa is a kind of dessert in Turkish and Arabic tradition, made out of tahin.
So guys, sekarang aku ini ada di Eminönü Fish Boat. Jadi tuh banyak banget boat di sekitar sini, dari ujung sana, ya dari ujung sana sampai ujung ke sananya lagi. Itu semuanya boat, dan ini tuh kayak ada stand-standnya gitu. Mereka makannya langsung di situ. Itu tuh fresh banget. Jadi roti isinya ikan.
So we are now in Orient Express restaurant. The name comes from the famous train route Orient Express, which starts from Paris and ends in Istanbul, as it cannot go any further because that time the trains couldn't go below the water, and ends in Istanbul. The elites of Europe would take this train. It's the luxurious train that you can ever imagine. And you know, you can compare this to the the luxurious cruise ship nowadays, right? At that time, this would be trains. And it would end in Istanbul. There was no five-star hotel that these people would stay in Istanbul that time. So they built Hera Palace Hotel, which was the first five-star hotel in Istanbul. It was built for this reason. Agatha Christie, Paul Deschanel, Bulgarian, the king of Bulgaria, Ferdinand, John dos Passos, and so many more. Spice market now, well, it's also called Egyptian Bazaar. This one was built in 17th century. It's here around 350 years. Here they sell spices mostly, and nowadays they sell jewelries, souvenirs and bags, Turkish delights and sweets. Let's go around.
Welcome to Hafiz Mustafa. Welcome to Istanbul. Buyurun.
So guys, sekarang kita ada di Hafiz Mustafa. Hafiz Mustafa itu yang jual-jual makan-makanan manis-manis gitu, kayak dessertnya orang Turki lah ya. Nah, ini tuh udah berdiri selama 150 tahun. Udah lama banget, lebih tua daripada Eke. Terus tempat ini juga tempat yang sangat difavoritkan di Turki untuk manis-manisan kayak baklava, kunafa. Kalian mau tahu kan kunafa itu apa? Itu yang paling terkenal sih. Yang paling terkenal ya baklava sama kunafa. Tapi bentar lagi kita mau makan kunafa. Ini kunafa. Kunafanya dicampur sama es krim. Kunafa itu dari kadayif sama dari cheese ada di situ. Terus ada pistachio-nya juga di sini. Kita cobain yuk.
Right now to go home. It's the train which travels between Europe and Asia. I will show you over here in the map how it travels. The train route is by the coast, and then it comes over here. It goes under the sea, not inside the water, but below the water, and then it travels and goes up from Üsküdar from this side and travels to the other side of Istanbul and Asian side. It travels about 3 to 5 kilometers between the continents here, and this is one of the unique train routes in the world. There is one other one in between France and London, as you know, but this is one of the examples of this train.
Belum selesai guys. Yuk kita belajar sejarah sedikit.
So here you see a picture of Constantinople, which is Istanbul. It used to be called Constantinople before Turkey during Ottoman Empire, and before that during Byzantine Empire. And this area where you see covered by castles, by the walls, are the old town Istanbul. This was the last part that left Byzantine Empire before Fatih Sultan Mehmet took over. So we were all around except this area, and it was attempted to be taken over for many times before Fatih Sultan Mehmet took over, but it was all unsuccessful. And Constantinople and Byzantine Empire was very confident that nobody in any country would ever manage to get over these walls and take over Constantinople. but Fatih Sultan Mehmet managed. As you can see, this is the seaside, and these are the castles. These are the walls. These were about 7 to 12 meters, ranging in different sides, and it was all protected. And it was very rich country, and it was the center of the world at that time. And as you can see here, a picture of Sultan Mehmet with his horse, and then you see the ships from Byzantine Empire. This is the Maiden Tower. On the other side, the Asian part. This part, and this part is Europe. This is the Golden Horn. This is not the Bosphorus, but the Bosphorus is this side, and this part is Üsküdar on the other side.
Nah, cukup sekian trip kita kali ini. Mudah-mudahan info yang kita bagikan bisa bermanfaat untuk kalian. Dan jangan lupa untuk like, comment, and subscribe.
Sampai jumpa.
Gule-gule, wassalam.
Baklavanya itu dicampur.
Bangladesh.
Oh, from Bangladesh. Hah?
Dari mana Bangladesh?
Kamu dari Bangladesh?
Ya. Dari mana? Indonesia.
Dari Indonesia. Jakarta ya.
Aku cinta kamu kasih bola.
Katanya dia cinta sama gue.